Hey, it's Jen Heartbeat. Awesome. You know how I love to visit you in my car. It's probably because it's the nicest, warmest place, whether I'm going to and from my house. I mean, my house is pretty warm too, but never mind. Anyway, happy day 7. Welcome, welcome. So today's 15, my method to 15 minutes to change your life. Today we're talking about something that you might not be maybe you'll be thrown off by. So, say you have some emotions that you've been avoiding, or you tend to go into them for a very long time. Worry, anxiety, anger, upset. You use your 15 minutes today to get it all out on paper, or get it out of your body. Write it all out. Think of the worst things in the world. Think of catastrophe, everything going wrong, and or anger, frustration, whatever negative emotions that you're feeling, or you're maybe haven't let yourself feel, really. And let yourself take those 15 minutes and then stop after 15 minutes. This exercise will give you a few skills. One skill is that you know not to be afraid of any emotion, positive or negative, because you're giving a time limit to it. Now, there's a reason why you don't have 8 hours of therapy. Well, you could, and in certain deprogramming programs, you would have very long, intensive days, especially in inpatient programs and stuff like that. You definitely have long days of processing emotions. But sometimes, if you are of the ilk, that's a fancy word for folks that or the group of people, like I was one of them, where I would go into, when you have depression or anxiety, you're already in a cycle, mindset wise, where your brain continues to look at negative things and harp on them. And I'm not calling anybody a victim or whiny or whatever, but there is a somewhat truth to, if you need to allow your emotions. But there's also a luxury in indulging in certain emotions that are not beneficial to you. Like when you think of anxiety is rarely beneficial. Anxiety is only beneficial in an extreme moment where you have a gut reaction to saving your life. Every other time, and maybe minimally to reduce, a consequence, if you can think it can help you in that sense, but really it can't protect you from all things. It really is more detrimental, anxiety. And with depression or any sort of thinking where life will never get better, which is absolutely not true, coming from somebody that had major depressive disorder and complex PTSD. Those are lies that your brain is just used to telling. And it doesn't mean that you're not living a truth like that. But these 15 minutes are for you to get that motion moving, because it does need to move out of your system, out of your body, out of your comfort zone, which is it's in your head, and then put a time limit on it. The time limit is just so you don't get overwhelmed with your emotions, because they can take over. They can run your whole life. 2, it gives you the knowledge that you have control. You do have control over your thoughts. It does take a lot of practice to get in control, but once you have control, and it doesn't mean you're 24/7 in control of every thought, because that's a little insane and that's not productive either, but it's just to give you the knowledge that you are not a helpless person in your life about how you feel or what you think. Now, feelings are good. Feelings are information. Sometimes they're distorted information, and sometimes they're really powerful information to show you who you love, what you care about, and what you want in life. And these are such important lessons, and you still need to know the negative side of life. We live in a dualistic environment. We are not all or nothing. We are all of it. So we are both shadow and light. We are dark and light. We are good and bad. And all of those gray areas in between. And this 15 minutes, even though it's very opposite of what the rest of the week has been, but it's good to get in touch with it. Tomorrow I'd have to give you a little snip of it now, but you'll be reframing a little bit of what you're going to do today, which is basically vomit on the page, vomit out it. If not on the page, although I prefer this because you can see what you're writing and what you're thinking, because that can give you a frame of reference on how to change that thinking to benefit you tomorrow on day 8. But today is day 7, so take your 15 minutes. And if you are angry or upset or anxious or worried or even grief-stricken or and I hate to quantify them as negative, but you know what feelings that you avoid. And they could be positive even. Like if you know you love somebody and you're not doing right by them. That could be self-reflection on, I wish I was a better person. And we don't want to go into a critical voice, but really, if you need those 15 minutes today to utilize getting that stuff out of you and mark it at 15 minutes and say the rest of the day I am free not to think about this. It gives you a closure point. It gives you control. It gives you the sense of, wow, I'm not going to get overwhelmed by my emotions, and I can give myself the space and time to feel the things and get them out and get frustrated and move the energy, because that's important. I hope you have a great day. Tomorrow I'll give you the tip on how to change your thinking after you have a negative thought. All right? Or a negative 15 minutes. To start moving away from them. And it doesn't mean you're never going to have a negative emotion. It doesn't mean you're not going to be negative sometimes. There's nothing wrong with being negative. It's more about how productive your life you want it to be. How more happy, peaceful, loving, caring, considerate of yourself and others. This is the work. 15 minutes to change your life. It really is. It's simple and not always easy. I hope you have a wonderful day. Oh, it's sunny. It's beautiful. You're alive. You're above ground. This is a good thing because you're meant to be here. And I love you. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye.